And here we go with your tale of the tape to your younger Doroshenko. Height very similar. Both fighters at 9 wins officially on their record. It's game time out here, folks, in the black and the blue. Doroshenko, the black and the red, Izmodenov. Moscow, Russia is the setting here, and one of these men could be punching their ticket to a #1 contender spot in a very crowded, very talented welterweight division here at Eagle FC. Not a lot of hesitation here, Felicia. I mean, they're going right after it. Not a big feeling out process.
Yeah, starting with the leg kicks. It almost always starts with the leg kicks, right? And then a couple jabs, and then it's just on from there.
Well, it's certainly going to be on March 11th. You see it on the mat. I don't have to remind you, the biggest fight thus far in the company, especially on our U.S. side. Kevin Lee taking on Diego Sanchez, the main event of March 11th, Eagle FC 46, here from Miami, Florida, here at the FlexCast Arena. Can't wait for that one. A huge card being put together. More of those details will be released very, very soon. That's on all of our social media platforms. Find us on all of those.
You would have told me a year ago that those two names would be pasted on the Eagle FC mat. I don't know what I would have thought.
You just wouldn't have thought it. Left hand.
Wow.
And Izmodenov connects with a straight-on left jab that absolutely buzzed him. Wow. Woo. Perfectly placed punch by Izmodenov, and that goes straight into a takedown. Doroshenko now has to get into recovery mode.
If Izmodenov is able to hold him down. I feel like he's landed a lot of takedowns in his fights, but he hasn't always had the success on keeping it there, keeping it where in that top position. So Doroshenko is getting his composure back, though. Looks like he's starting to work.
Showing us that stand-up once again, Izmodenov. We kind of fancied him kind of a wild striker, but that one was just precise and right on the money
really
measure.
That one up.
Oh, and there we go. There's the wild strikes.
And then he backs away. I think this is a good, a good decision to kind of go back to the center and let those hands fly again. Both of them were landing, so he needs to be careful, not to get stuck himself. But I'm sure he feels confident with that hand now.
It's kind of the price you pay fighting like that.
Yeah.
You're always wide open. Right into a takedown.
Ducked
Beautiful.
right underneath that punch. And then just kind of paused here after he got the takedown. But nice. Big punches again.
Izmodenov looking fantastic tonight in Moscow, bringing his A+ game. Rasul Magomedov and Abdulrahman Getinovasov, that still coming up in our main event. Keep it right here on the FlexCast app, where it's live and free all day, every day. Just got to sign up, and you're good to go.
I think Doroshenko opened up Izmodenov with that elbow.
I think he did too, yeah.
That was a quick, short strike, but I think it made a lot of damage. Look at that thing gushing.
Oh, yeah, we got some mega bloodshed here.
Mouthpiece back in.
Oh, and it takes Doroshenko. Good opportunity for Doroshenko. Izmodenov trying to get to his feet. He's going to take a few shots, but it's not going to stay on the ground.
Great
there.
Job getting to his feet. Yeah, wow.
Smart.
I thought he was going to get clipped on the way up.
Well, he may have.
Nice foot stomp. Gritty.
A lot of power on both sides here,
Yeah,
Felicia.
tough round to score.
And that is where we will leave it here. Round one is in the books. And the blood is out. Man, it is a bloodbath inside of the Eagle FC cage when it comes to the cut. But we'll remains to see if it creates a problem here.
Yeah, like you said earlier, the cut can be that big target because you get that thing opened up enough, and the doctor might just stop the fight.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean,
it's always a possibility.
We've seen it more than a few times. It's always frustrating, but it's kind of why the doctors are there, right?
Yeah, it's a tough call, but sometimes it's necessary. Got to save them from themselves a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Sometimes.
Digging right in is Doroshenko. He's got his neck out there. He's going to pull it out, and he's going to separate. Big combination.
Izmodenov just ducked right underneath that punch again, grabbed the leg, and just pushing up against the fence here. Doesn't seem like he had the energy to suck in the legs for another takedown, so just kind of laid there.
Cliche or not, they are leaving it all inside of the cage. Digging in for another takedown is Doroshenko. At times it's a brawl. At times we get this this grappling here up against the fence. But look for the separation. We've seen it time and time again, just in the small amount of time we've been inside this cage, as they'll separate and throw wild.
And Doroshenko is, you know, he's able to kind of just make a little bit of space, just enough to get that elbow in, and you know, I wouldn't be surprised to see him do it again. Izmodenov I think he's just trying to decide if he's gonna push left or right. You know, he's got his hands clasped and just kind of feeling it out right now.
Doroshenko doing a great job of defending. Back and forth we go with this matchup. Teasing some spinning stuff as well. Why not? Everything but the kitchen sink. Nice right hand. Measuring again. Nothing fancy here. Just right down the middle.
Now Doroshenko timed a perfect takedown under the punch. Izmodenov's got his arm wrapped around the neck, but again, I just never think it's a great idea to hold onto that neck if you don't really have the guillotine synced in, you know?
Yeah.
It's just going to leave him open to get his guard passed.
Not ideal by any means. And continuing to beat away here is Doroshenko. He needs this. He needs to end on top right now. I think we're probably both in the same camp as in round one. Izmodenov did a little bit more, I think.
Yeah, I would have to agree, even though the end he walked away more bloody, but it was just from the one strike. So yeah, I think Doroshenko's doing good for himself, just getting control and staying on top. Even if it's not as exciting, you know, I think it might take him the round because it was so back and forth at the beginning of the round.
Minute to go here in round number two. Doroshenko on top, in control. If he can end on top, it might give him the round. Good transition into half guard by Doroshenko. The bulldozer continues to push on.
He's really settled in here now, so it looks like he's. Oh, and as I say that, Izmodenov just easily replaces his guard. So.
No, it's a great matchup, and it's a very well matched. They complement each other very, very well. Left hands, right hands, coming right through. Final seconds as Doroshenko is on top. Has he done enough to win the round? I would say he probably has, and we're probably looking at 1-1 going into the final round here, Felicia. And is that where you have it? And can Izmodenov kind of answer back here in the third round? Two wild strikers, two very, very strong finishers, but only one can walk out victorious. Who's it going to be?
Big punch. Izmodenov, I think, is going to probably look for that left hand. You know, you'd like to see him try to throw that straight jab again.
Right into the takedown. Doroshenko going right back down to it. Feels strong on the ground. Feels he has an advantage. And if it's anything like the end of the last round, you kind of have to side with him. Looked very good for about little over 2 minutes on top and in control. See if he can keep that momentum for another 4 minutes on the mat.
Yeah, it's a lot more time to hold him down, but yeah, he didn't seem like Izmodenov had a big chance of getting up at that point. But, you know, here we're still fresh in the third round. Might be looking for a switch, but he's losing it there, so. See if Izmodenov is able to get that other leg up.
Yeah, he's going to have to explode up is Izmodenov. And that's the problem. We talked about that cut, and I feel like the cut has caused some issues here for him because ever since that cut came through, it seems like he's had trouble. It seems like it's kind of really been in Doroshenko's corner ever since then.
Yeah, that's very true. You know, I mean, it could just be could be a mental game for both.
Exactly.
You know, Doroshenko's feeling confident because he sees the blood of his opponent. You know,
Yeah.
it feels good. Izmodenov sees his own blood over there, and you know, it's kind of deflating. But I think both of them have still, you know, they've still been showing their best. Izmodenov's technique seems like it's tightened up. Even just his shots from previous fights, they look tighter. They look better timed. Like he's got a takedown now. He's on top. Let's see if he can rain down some punishment and steal the round back. We've got 3 minutes to hold down Doroshenko or finish it. One hook in. He might be looking for another hook. Keeping that back control. Now you got 2 hooks in. Now we're in a bad spot if you're Doroshenko. And those punches he's throwing backwards are, you know, they're there, but it's kind of just like, well, I don't know what else I should be doing right now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to punch you. It still hurts, but I don't know if that would be what I'm focused on right now.
Turning into it.
Great job staying on top. You know, Doroshenko was just the quicker one to turn around and turn his hips over. So Izmodenov only had about a minute of control there. Doroshenko's going into his second and third minute of control on the ground in this third round. So looking good for Doroshenko right now.
Swinging through the big elbow is Doroshenko. Looking for more of that. Looking to open up that cut even more. Here comes Izmodenov. Can he get up? No, Doroshenko blocking it.
I think he's going to get up.
Oh, and there's the scramble.
Use that underhook to help himself get up there.
Mouthpiece in. Fight to the finish.
I think this is good for Izmodenov to have been able to get up. If
He has to let it all go here, Felicia.
Yeah. I feel like when he's controlling the groundwork, he's throwing more and he's throwing more strikes, you know, when he's on the ground. So it's been like a minute. It's been like 2 minutes at Doroshenko and 1 minute Izmodenov on the ground. So if he can hold this last minute, he might take the round. Nice job using the overhook, should I say, to turn around. Now we have an underhook.
Still got that arm. Let's go of it. Here comes Izmodenov.
Nice punches.
Oh, fight to the
Just
finish with the
relentless.
left hand.
Wow.
He just wants to dump him.
By the book, just double leg.
Well, this is going to be really interesting here.
Yeah, you know.
Because I had round 1 for Izmodenov, and I think he may have done enough just in those last 2 minutes to cinch the round.
I would think so. You know, I really would. Even though the time was kind of even in the control, like you said, Izmodenov was just striking more, just looked more brutal when he was in control.
We go all 3 rounds, and now we let the judges do the rest.